All right, welcome back, and we're back here at Summit with an IRL version of Mango and the 6-4, or the GOAT and the 6-9,
Oh,
as some like to call it these days.
Some would say that.
just me, I think.
Yeah.
Just me.
Mango's trying to lobby to change the name.
I need something.
If we had merch, we would definitely do the GOAT and the 6-9 merch edition.
We should make
Yeah.
merch.
We should.
We should make a shitty little shirt. Remember, like Scar and Toph had like they're just their little heads.
Dude,
That's a good shirt.
I think people.
my
just
editor
yeah,
made a
love stuff.
logo. Let me pull up the logo.
Let me see. That. We have a logo
We have a logo
Oh,
on Spotify.
shit.
We're on
I-
spot. Oh, I knew that actually. That's pretty sick.
It's pretty
Great.
cool.
Yeah.
Here at Summit, we're doing IRL podcast. You know, all the big podcasts do IRL podcast.
Yeah,
And they have like 1,000 people laughing with them. Ha ha.
Oh, like in front of people.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
kind of weird.
That's.
They do like,
Well.
almost as a concert.
Yeah, I guess it's like a stand-up. That's weird.
You see that logo?
Yeah, I'm excited for this logo.
Uh,
Did you guys both go 2-0 today? Is the birthday boy 1-1 over here?
But other than that, how's the birthday?
It's been a shit birthday.
Okay.
It's been absolutely.
how was yesterday though?
I couldn't do anything. I had to wake up.
True.
I had to play. I've had to play at 11 both times.
Look at this logo.
Just painfully unfortunate.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Is there a way we can show that?
Let me see.
Someone pull up the logo that we have on Spotify. It's called Mango with the Sierra and spelled out and the 6-4.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
logo.
I like it.
You can't see it. But yeah, no. So I mean, we don't really have that many topics. So I thought we'd just talk about the event in general and go through the results. How's the event been so far?
Just another summit.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to maintain my stamina because I usually feel like my main problem is that I'll play like a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody at summit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even HBox has been playing like 2-3 hours a day.
He's been playing a good amount. Yeah.
I saw him go
It's a
up to you
little
and be like,
worrying.
"Will we ever play Mango?" And you were like, "No."
No. For all the years he didn't want to play us, I will never play a friendly with him.
Does he want to play in friendlies?
Yeah.
He asked
What?
he asked me too.
I won't play him.
What?
Oh, he hasn't asked you.
Huh? He hasn't asked Zane?
Aw.
What's wrong with me?
All right, yeah, I will. So overall, I mean, I think the event's been great. It's cool for me to be back. I mean, we all talked about like the VIP situation, which is basically like there's a lot of people here.
The good news about that is
Wait.
that there's. Can you not hear me?
There.
Okay, cool. The good news about that is that there's like a bunch of warm up.
Yeah, there's so much warm up. There's so many good players here.
I was-
Like it's even better practice for me coming back because I can just play with so many different people.
I was going to say, the only problem is that at one point all the TVs were taken.
That's,
And I had to watch Chango versus Albert to free up so I can play
this
some
would
Melee.
never happen at the Ultimate Summit, man.
That's a high quality match though.
Yeah, I think I was.
It's a high quality match.
I think I was talking to Nick. He actually said like, there's only like 1 or 2 people playing at Ultimate Summit,
Yeah, I've heard that like 5 times.
That's nuts.
which is weird because they had just got back from like.
It is very weird
You think they
considering
would've
that they
grinded?
can't play online, basically. And
Yeah, you
then
think they'd go ham like in person?
I think it's just like if no one does it, then people just sit around and like hang out. But
It's
like
the- it's the norm, right?
Yeah. If a
Yeah.
couple people start doing it, like you'd have to, right?
Yeah.
What's the grind culture in like FGC?
Um,
Who plays more, us or them? Would you say?
it's hard. I would say like the FGC is better at like analyzing matches. It's
Mhm.
like much more of the norm, and they're also better at like they'll lose to someone and then they'll hit training mode and like instantly try to figure how to beat this out.
Like right away.
Yeah,
I've
like
never done that in my
even like
life.
pretty mid-level players do that.
So
But
they
like
study more.
yeah, exactly. And I think that comes from like the game is less execution heavy, so it's just necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say melee players like overall play more. But like when a game just releases, people grind a shit ton. Like I grinded so much for Strive. Like
Yeah,
mo-
I guess that makes sense.
but yeah, overall I would definitely say melee players just put more game time in. Because it's so like you have to grind in melee, especially now.
Who plays more than us?
I think Dota players,
You think Dota?
They play
Dota League
more?
players.
Well, Dota and League, I think their games are easier to play all day.
Yeah.
I think because they have like a ranking system.
Yeah, they have
and-
a ranking system and it's infinite like variation.
Each game is like 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about it, you play 10 games, it's like
yeah,
that's,
exactly.
like,
And you
that's
get,
like
like,
your whole day
Yeah.
already.
yeah, and then like there's so many things that can happen. The game changes all the time.
Yeah.
They have to because one patch, like I remember when I played League, like
Mhm.
religiously 12 hours a day. I would just come back after like a melee tournament. And there's a whole new patch, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
wait, like everything completely changes. One
Yep.
like person gets a buff, and it's like,
And like I think for I remember being here early at a summit, and they were like telling us like which other summits, because they've had many different ones, which grind and which don't. And they say Dota teams, they sit in their team rooms and they
Just play all
have
day.
their managers bring out the food. Like they don't even come
They
get
don't
the
even
food
come out.
here.
That's legit.
And they
That's
just
it.
They just
they
got a bunch of Coach
they have their
Bobbies.
feet up on the table and they just play 16 hours straight.
That's
And the
tight.
CS:GO players, they all played basketball and sports the entire time, and
They
then
didn't
shut
play.
down. And like that's so funny that the Dota, like there's jocks and nerds in the esports summits.
Oh, CS players are definitely the jocks.
They're jocks.
They're so
What are
jocks.
we? We're like a melting pot.
We're
of,
like cool nerdy jocks, I think.
We're short jocks.
yeah.
I think we're nerdy, but we're pretty jockey because we play melee. Like, I think every esport, like for the most part, likes
oh,
melee.
there's a logo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
there
It
it is.
worked so hard
hey.
to get it. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I think we're
It's a
I think we're
logo.
nerdy jocks because we're
Mhm.
definitely nerds, but we play for no money. That's kind of cool. We sacrifice our lives to play this game.
We're just this like cool bar that you see, cool bar band, and we like only perform at small niche locations.
Yeah, we never go big.
Yeah.
for no money, and we hate the mainstream.
Yeah,
We're warming up to
our melee
Nintendo.
players are. I think we're coming up in the money world.
We'll see what happens in 2022.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that next year is going to be so massive for us.
I hope, like, I mean, I think we all make fine money, right? But like, I hope the next tier below, like top 20 and 30, can like make a bit more.
Even
'Cause
if you're like top 50, like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
In
it
early
is,
game, like,
it
really,
is.
If you're
yeah.
top 100, you should probably be getting paid just because how hard the game is.
Yeah.
yeah,
But we'll take top 50.
top 50 is like the next goal, I think.
That's
if
a
you,
dream.
If you can at least
Yeah.
make like at least get flown out when you're top 50, I think that's a good step. Like,
Yeah.
I really wish that there was like some kind of, way to make more consistently have people in that level like be able to be flown out, because I think there's so many people that just they're really sick but they just can't go to.
You guys
to
should
as
do.
many.
We should get all the top players to do what I did for Kadoran.
Mm.
Everyone sponsors one person. Like,
Oh, you took Gadoran.
I did.
That'd
You know,
be a good one for me.
we have a sponsor now.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true.
That's
Oh,
why he
yeah.
left me. He's not Mango's
He's
friend.
got a sick sponsor. Yeah.
And I pretty much helped him. I paid for hotels, flights.
That all paid off.
So I
Yeah.
I homied Kadoran. So I'm probably gonna look for another Mango friend. So if you're like a top 30 player
Mm-hmm.
and you need help getting to an event, just let me know.
Yeah, that's
And
usually.
you can be a Mango
Is it
friend.
too
I-
early for Geo?
I help. It's funny because Joey and Gio, I'm willing to help them. They've never asked me for help.
Oh.
Kadoran would be like, "Hey man, like I need a hotel. Like I really want to go to this event." Done. Joey and Gio never asked me for a penny.
I mean, the thing is, like, we usually get a hotel, and like getting a 2-bed is literally the same price.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you just ask for the sponsor to pay that.
Mhm.
I usually did that for like any of the Europeans. Like, obviously, Pipsqueak stay with me this time.
If they want to come,
yeah. And like, if I take an Uber, like, I'm not gonna ask him for money.
yeah.
Come on. But like, the problem is, I think still for like, obviously, if you're traveling overseas, like, I can't pay the entire ticket.
But it was different.
But I
for
think
you guys.
doing like, I mean, I hope that like net play events or like smaller regionals can be like qualifies for big events more often. I think that's like a really cool prize pool, and like just an incentive to watch people like improve and then also get to go to things.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's my dream for us to be like League and Counter Strike. Like they don't have open brackets.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like a top player, you only play other top players. That is my
Yeah.
dream. No offense, noobs, but I despise playing
I've
noobs.
only been to invitationals since
Yeah.
pandemic.
And it's sick, right?
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think-
I do
well-
it for the COVID reasons, but it is
Well, I think
objectively sick.
I mean it'd be like I think open bracket. I think that's like our thing, so we should still have it.
Yeah,
but
we should
I
definitely
ha-
have both.
I hate waking up at 11 a.m. and losing 3 stocks in my pool, and then like to me it's like ugh.
Yeah, I think I personally think there should be like a mix and match. Like if you're that good that like you get flown out to summits and stuff like that by default,
Mhm.
you should like probably not have to play 3 days
Well,
straight against bad players. Like
Remember
you can,
Genesis did that, right?
yeah.
They did the floating.
They
You weren't,
floated?
you weren't even
What-
alive
What do you mean I wasn't alive?
at one of the Genesis when they floated. You were a nobody
No, I don't think I was float.
You didn't
I,
get
I was
floated.
the non-float.
because you're
Yeah,
a nobody.
but I made it.
Oh. Yeah, I mean
You
like
might be the only non-floaty to ever be somebody.
I think with floating, like people always have this misconception. They think that floating means you go straight to like top 32. Like no, you skip one round of pools.
You don't even skip
I
that
love
much.
round one pools.
Zane probably sweeps up.
Sometimes I don't even lose.
I
Yeah,
think-
you have a 4-star kind of play style. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I think especially when Slippy rank comes out, like you could just use an objective way. Like the top 5 ranked players, they just skip pools.
Yeah, I think that's a good use of
I
online.
think that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I don't think like I think if I'm a lower level player, I think it's cool to like work up Like, let me beat all the other shitters to prove I'm the greatest shitter to maybe have a chance.
Yeah,
I
because
think that's cool. You know, it's like
yeah, because the problem is that if you go to Super Major and you lose 2 matches, then you're just out.
Yeah,
Or,
you're
like you
out.
can play like you can play blue amateur back and stuff like that. But I do think that like Melee is sick at all levels. Like obviously it's the sickest at the highest level, but I like watching 2 players that are really close at skill level that are still
duke it out.
sloppy.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
It's
amazing.
sloppy. Ooh, it's so
Yeah.
cool.
And I think honestly, like for that level of player, it's probably way more beneficial to like play somebody your level, maybe have a close game 3, actually go to your last stock,
Yeah.
opposed to playing Zane and literally in 4 stock in 88
Like
seconds.
there's value of course in playing like super high level players, but playing a best of 3 or best of 5,
But
Yeah.
somebody
it
your
is
level
it,
just
it is
sounds,
not enough. It is like in tournament, especially when the nerves hit, like you get washed.
Mhm.
Like it is really beneficial in a long session or a coaching session, stuff like that. But like you can't learn enough in a best of
on
3.
the fly. Yeah.
It's just people like I think that people use the argument like, oh, but I want to enter and have the chance to play, and I think like doing
that's privilege.
yeah,
Bitch, get good. You want to play me?
Earn it.
At least that's fat. You gotta, you gotta at least make it.
I personally think that like there's so few people that even get to play. Like there's one noob, then one slightly better player, and then like you're into known players already that like could reasonably play you normally anyway.
You know what's my biggest fear?
What?
Is like 90% of the time when I do like my newbie pools at 11 a.m.
Mhm.
People like I'll sit down to play and they're like, "Oh my god, can we get a picture?" And then they'll take a picture of me, like us, before our set. And I'm always
Aw.
like, one of these days I'm gonna lose to one of these guys, and it's gonna be the most fucking embarrassing thing in my life
I want that picture.
of me
Yeah.
losing to the guy right
I
before.
would want that picture.
And
I would
knowing
pay good
that
money
guy-
for that picture.
He's probably Mang0 fans. He's gonna be a fucking prick about it. He's gonna post it. Me before I beat Mang0, I'm just gonna be like,
You earned it.
all the Armada stands are gonna come out in the comments.
Not my goat.
Yeah, no,
Not my
I
good.
already got ripped up today.
That looked.
The
I
internet,
saw it.
the internet was
I was
not.
curious.
The internet was not pretty for Mang0
It
today.
is
It's your birthday.
crazy
That's a fucked up
how
part.
many summits there's been. There's literally 12 summits and then more for Ultimate. And yet people still think day 1 summit results change everything.
I mean, I like.
You can see trends. You can see like, oh, is Sane trash? No.
Thanks, man.
Am I complete trash?
No. Is Mango trash?
Yeah. I'm actually. I've been talking about this because obviously I played at 11, so I've had a lot of time to think about my life, and
That's the worst when you play early and you just sit.
then while SFAT, me and SFAT are beefing right now. He
Yeah.
won't even look me in the eye because he knows what he did was wrong. Keeps like smirking
your
at me. I'm like,
birthday.
he knows what he did. It was dirty. I would never do that to him.
He cheese you or what? He just played like ass.
I played a 1 out of 10. You could say John's, but if you can watch me play SFAT and look me in the eye and say anything else, then
I like looked at the screen when you were down
you
2-1.
got me, man. I don't know
And
what
you
else to say.
you smashed the shield like twice. And I was like, all right.
I couldn't hit him. I just couldn't hit him.
He's pretty elusive.
No, he's
That
not.
SFAT.
No,
he's
he's
pretty
not.
tricky.
I want to throw to Amsa.
You of all people cannot say that.
I want it because I told SFAT because we're obviously we're not like we're just joking, right? Like I'm not.
We're not.
There's no bad blood between us. He knows he's a little fuck, but I think friendly little shit like that's funny, right?
Mhm.
Especially like on Friday. Now if he beat me on Sunday and said that, a whole different story. I'd be furious. Today it was like light, shit talk, whatever.
Mhm.
But I told him I'm just gonna lose to Amsa. That way he does, because then, so the only way SFAT can still make it out first seed is if I beat Amsa, and then we go to the triple tiebreaker between us because head to head doesn't count, or like game count.
Yeah, game count doesn't
So
Right.
count.
we'll have to do a tiebreaker. But I was
Mhm.
like, I hate you so much, I'm just gonna lose to Amsa. And I bet you people in chat are typing right now. Well, not that you have to lose. Like, you don't.
I saw those.
You don't know the internet to
I
me
saw
today.
those.
Every time I checked, there was like 12 mean things and like 1 happy birthday. It's been a tough day for me
Oh,
on the
all
internet.
right. Should we talk about pools?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about the pools. So
We go-
Amsa looking good.
He looks
Amsa
fire.
is actually maybe just top 5.
Yeah.
From a shitty region.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who could
Crazy.
How does he do it?
Insane. I don't know.
I think
I don't know how he does it.
I think Amsa like has just like grinded really well since last summit. Like he was good last summit too, but I think he had that like hit in the arm, and then he just practiced a lot since then.
I think
Yeah.
And he knows he's gonna move to Vancouver, so I think like he's in a really good spot that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm not trying to like he's amazing. Like his adaptation is really freaking good, like his fundamentals, but he does also have the thing where, when while he can't play the top players, we can't play a top level Yoshi either.
Right.
He does play probably the best character.
Yeah, like
If he played Fox, I think it'd be different.
yeah,
Not to take away from him, but I think considering his circumstances and how actually fucking cracked he is at the game in general, he plays probably the best character for like his situation. Like,
exactly.
like he actually came out on top playing a shit character and just made it super good.
Yeah, I think Armada had a bit of that with Peach, especially in the beginning, where
Yeah,
like
it's not as drastic.
it just helps. But of course, like people could also prepare better for him, and I think obviously if he keeps doing well, people will eventually do it, and he's going to move to Canada. So
That's super exciting, actually.
You know, I had to play tomorrow for Yoshi practice.
Church.
The guy who bought the 125 Slippy Frog heads. That's where I'm at. You know who I practiced against last summit before I played Plup?
no,
It was Johnny Sheik.
No, it wasn't even Johnny Sheik. It was Toph Sheik, which I 3-stocked over and over. And then I sat down and played Plup. He took like my first stock, and I was like, I've made a huge mistake. And then I had to play Aiden Sheik. I was like, oh, God, I played Plup. He's just moving at the speed of light. I'm like, oh, God.
I've made a huge
I made a
Dude,
huge mistake.
it's bad for me. I have Wister tomorrow, and like my best Falcon
It's
is like
Vish.
it's Vish or Pip's Falcon. Like
No,
Pip's like-
Batman.
Batman.
Joey's Falcon.
is Joey here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here.
J-Bone's Falcon's here.
I think Pip's Falcon is good practice for Wizzy, though.
Yeah.
Johnny's dropping the ball because nobody has Wizzy practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wrist hurts, though, I heard. He has
And
some hand.
Mhm.
some things are more important.
True. But yeah, Amsa, looking at all the play, he can beat everyone. Like,
Yeah, I don't
it's a
think there's
winnable tournament.
I don't think there's anyone that's guaranteed to beat Amsa.
I see Amsa beating pretty much every Spacey player.
yeah.
That isn't me. Obviously, he can beat me. Don't misconstrue my words, you little fucks. But me or Cody, I pretty much see him beating probably the rest of the Spaceys, unless they randomly are super amazing against Yoshi.
Wizzy might be his hardest.
Wizzy.
Yeah, Witsy's one of the hardest for sure. I would usually do well, but I feel like the
Well, you're
way
a wild card.
yeah, I haven't played a Yoshi in so long. And
None of us have,
and like
except Zane.
yeah, but it's been even longer
Yeah,
for me.
I got my
so,
practice in.
so I think like he probably changed a lot more in the last 2 years than most people.
He's crazy. I was watching
Oh.
him play. He's just
Yeah, no, when I
He's
played
insane.
Amsa last summit, it went game 5,
Mhm.
and I had like studied it and stuff, but it was just way different
Yeah.
than
yeah.
the last time I played it. Like, he's one of the few players where like the next set is just gonna be drastic. You can tell that he's put in like
Yeah, he
crazy adjustments.
I always see him like watch the VODs. Stuff.
He's watching
Dude,
a VOD
yeah,
right
right
now.
He's
right
watching-
now.
Oh my god.
he's literally watching a
Yeah,
VOD.
he's on
he has
Twitter.
the full lean.
I'm terrified.
Actually,
There's no chance I beat him tomorrow.
No, he's analyzing.
No,
There's no chance I
It's
win
50
tomorrow.
It's 50-50 analyzing or some Wii mobile game.
oh my
I've
god,
seen
I just
both.
saw him stare at Mang0 and go like,
Oh no.
"You're
I'm
so done."
terrified. I'm
Um,
winning a game 5 nail biter or 3-0'd in 6 minutes. I can feel it's gonna be one of those.
yeah, I mean, but that's the good thing that like nothing's really set in stone in your pool. If you beat Amsa, then you
Well,
can just,
everything gets tossed
yeah.
up again. If I beat Amsa, then it's anyone, even SFAT could probably yoink first seed somehow,
Mhm.
like in a perfect. It's 2 best out of 3s.
First
Yeah.
seed,
We go
that's fat.
into EVOs. we go
and
into
there's
Evo
no
format.
breaks either, so it's like
Wait, so if I play Amsa,
I think
let's
you
say
just
I
like play best
win,
of 3, best of 3,
then
best
do
of
I play SFAT right after, and then we just run it?
either that or he plays SFAT.
Mhm.
They should have. I don't like that. Poor Ginger got the.
Yeah,
fate of this
Ginger
today.
and Pipsqueak.
They got
Pipsqueak-
They lost and to have to sit there and lose. I think it should just be winner stay. I think it should just. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I
doing
think it's
winner
kind of fucked
stays
to
is
make
like
the losers stay.
I think winner stays is general.
And I think
almost
most
always
people would
better.
agree.
Yeah.
If I just won a set, I'm probably down to run it. And if I just lost a set, I'm probably not down to run it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, like if you look at normal brackets, that's always how it is now. Where like you do winner finals, then loser semis, and then the loser semis winner plays in loser bracket.
Mhm. Yeah.
Instead of doing like loser semis and then winner finals, person has to play right away after. That would just suck.
Poor Ginger.
Yeah.
Zane had his way with him and then passed him to Kadorn.
And
But
then it was a
he was
nail biter,
slowly
too.
bringing
Yeah,
it
he
back.
was slowly
though.
bringing it back.
He was at one point, he was down 5 games straight and just like getting 3 stock. And it was just like, oh, poor Ginger.
How long
But he
did I
was-
play your Falco today?
Huh?
How long did I play your Falco before?
So after, me and Zane played. Zane came to me and asked for. You know how often people come and ask me for friendlies to like
Is it just me?
practice for like Falco? Nobody's asked me except Zane this week.
Yeah.
You?
Look at your DMs.
I'm not playing you. We can play. I'll sub goal on my stream. We can play.
Okay.
Or you sub goal on your stream to come to my stream,
All right.
and I'll sub goal to have you on.
All right. Deal.
And Zane can commentate.
I have no idea how many subs I have. I haven't streamed in like 3 weeks.
I hate your sub count.
I didn't stream for like
Your sub
a
count is
week.
so privileged.
What are you talking
You
about?
stream once a month. You have like
I don't stream once
1.5K.
I've gone
You
hand
should-
before.
You have so many subs for zero reason.
Yeah.
You are a terrible streamer. Do
I'm
I
blessed.
think you could be a good streamer? Yes, but when you're practicing, you just instantly become the worst streamer in the world.
Gotta practice.
Which is fine. So you should be happy to have every sub you have. Cody's out here grinding every day. You
I think
sub
it's just
more
respect
subs.
subs.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
you're the best or like up there, you're gonna get respect
Mhm.
subs. That's just in anything. That's just how it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look at a couple more results.
Wait. So pool A, who do you have winning? Who's coming out?
You want my honest answer?
Do you believe in Mango or Mango's getting shit on by
You want my
Amsa?
honest answer?
11
Yeah.
a.m. Mango ain't go nowhere.
Amsa.
Amsa? You guys both pick Amsa?
I got Amsa.
I think it's if you win
my
against Amsa,
my birthday,
I
by the
would.
way.
I know.
I would
It's my
bet. I
birthday.
would, listen, listen.
It's my birthday.
It's
by
your
the way.
birthday, and you're
My
playing 11
30th,
a.m.
by the
tomorrow.
way. Dude, how did they give me both 11 a.m. days? That's so funny.
If I watch you play versus Church,
You'll know.
then I'll know.
You'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think if you
All right.
beat Amsa, I'm picking you 100% to win the.
I think if I beat
tiebreaker.
Amsa, I'm winning the pool.
You're winning
Yeah.
the
Because
pool.
I have,
yeah.
I think Amsa, like, what I've noticed, he doesn't really play bad. Like, he has like a pretty solid like
Yeah.
floor. It feels like, but I think it's because plays Yoshi and like he has to work so hard for everything that you can only play good. I always thought that with like Axe too. Like,
Yeah.
if you're playing that kind of character, you have to play cracked or you will just get 3 stuck.
That's crazy.
So like kind of conditions
Yeah.
them to only like it's like fight or flight. It's like
Mhm.
their life's on the line if they just play bad. So I think Amsa, like very few times he always looks pretty solid. Even the sets like he loses, I'm always like it's rarely. I feel like it's rare you see him get like 3-0'd or like.
right.
Yeah, and I think
he always like yeah.
I wonder if like a part of that is like due to like you have a little bit of a mental advantage sometimes. Or well, it's very different mentally when you play like a top tier or something or a matchup you like should win. You know, you can also still get in your head, but it's easier to remain calm. But I think when you play against Yoshi, it might be hard to like feel super confident and just like 3-0 someone.
You just have to always work for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're still like, I don't know what's really happening here. And Amsa's always going to be like, he always has a couple things on you, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that adds to it. But Amsa is still super consistent considering what type of character he plays.
Did he 6-0 today? I
Yeah.
think he 6-0'd.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so Mango 6-4 is taking Amsa to take the pool tomorrow. I'm taking SFAT in a an unprecedented series of events. SFAT
no
takes
free
the pool tomorrow.
Palestine? Oh.
I think he literally
Yeah,
cannot.
yeah, literally
He's-
can't. No, wait.
Best
No.
possible outcome, just because I hate Zach, is he loses to Free Palestine, and then me and Amsa play, and then we do a tiebreaker.
Mm.
That's despite SFAT. But I think SFAT's best matchup is Sheik, so
Yeah.
I don't see Free Palestine
Does,
winning.
does
unless
Free
he-
Palestine not play Marth against Fox?
Yeah, I think he said I think he should against SFAT.
Yeah.
I don't think his Sheik really does won't stand up.
And then, yeah, we have B.
B was juicy. Well, honestly, it wasn't juicy, and also Sora's rest in peace. But
Yeah. I have to
play him
Kadorn,
tomorrow,
Kadorn
yeah.
had a nice little set with Zane.
It is
Yeah.
funny that Sora could still get number 1.
He
could.
can if he
Yeah.
3-0s.
Could you imagine?
That'd
I don't
be-
want to
that'd
imagine
be-
that actually.
that'd be
That's
epic.
Dude,
scary.
he was on a. Did you see the local he went to? Where he
We
beat
don't
like
talk about it.
Fiction, West.
He beat Fiction?
He didn't beat
No,
Fiction.
no, wait. Yeah, he
took
did not
Fiction
beat
to game
Fiction.
5.
Yeah, but he took him to game 5.
beat
and
Null.
He beat Null.
No, he's really good.
He beat Squid.
He got the H. Remember when we were playing?
Yeah, H-Box was like,
me and Zane were playing friendlies, like some pretty serious friendlies, and H-Box just finished a session with Sora.
you're fucking crack. And then I looked at Megan and I was like, no meme, he is actually correct.
Yeah, you're like, no,
I was
actually, like, he's
no
pretty
meme.
good.
Yeah, he is actually really good.
Someone described it to me that like he plays like he's just 100% sure what he wants to do. Hello, H-Box.
You want to defend yourself? He's gonna talk about how you
You played
picked Wizzy
Sora.
and Plup. Watch.
All I'm going to say is whenever I say, damn, you're the best player I've ever played in my life, this character, they usually end up being pretty good. Happened with Plup. He's decent at Melee. Happened with Wizzy. He's not bad at Melee. This guy, I don't
That's
know.
a read where I'm from.
You do have a couple stinker picks of like this Smart is the best ever, and then
I said, yeah, my worst one was,
Don't
sorry,
say Rishi. Oh, no, Rishi,
but
look
I
away.
said you were the future of Marth when I played you on net play, when you were playing White Marth.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. So there,
but if you
another
say
one.
that's every Marth.
No, I don't.
Okay.
2 Marths, I said that.
2 Marths.
One out of 2 is not bad.
You send enough text, somebody responds.
It's
I'm not impressed with your stats.
not too bad.
I'm not impressed, Juan.
But Plup was messing up like half the top 10 with Samus like way back in the day. So like it's like when you have a guy who has like really good fundies, speaking of Sora, like you can really, really tell. So when I was playing, I'm just like, how the hell are you from Australia, have the talent you have there, and you like play like an NTS or an NA player, and like, you know that nuance. And he's also like, oh yeah, I don't have any puffs down here. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like you know it so quickly already.
He has to watch a lot probably and just
Yeah.
absorb everything.
Right.
Region doesn't matter.
It's funny 'cause he
that's
was-
for another debate.
because he was like, we were playing, and he was like being very humble, and he was like, yeah, I know that I can't, like, I'm probably not going to work as hard as you in Armada, so I probably can't make it. But I'm like, dude, you're already really good. Like, if you travel more, he could definitely do it.
There are a lot of people who have that mentality. Like, Polish is super like humble.
Yeah.
My God, that guy.
But he's just nasty.
Yeah. But
Dude.
I
He's
think
cracked, right?
He beat me.
correct.
Okay, to be fair, he beat Cody the same tournament also. Like,
correct.
Yeah, no, he
amazing.
went up. Yeah.
That was like such an like out of nowhere blue thing, and yeah, it's just now with net play being a thing, I can't imagine how many other players are in like Polish situation where it's just like they're that good, they just don't have like a tournament yet to show it. I think it's only a matter of time, and with next year, it's just gonna be like so many on the map out of nowhere. It's gonna be really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for
Hi,
your
Hon.
input.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. You're the
Hey,
first.
Mango.
You're the first special guest of
You
all
are
time.
the first
Hey,
guest.
Mango. Happy birthday. I love when I do that. I'm nice to him, and then he shuts up.
I hate
So
this
good.
day. This is the worst birthday.
He's blushing.
But yeah, Sora, I hope
terrible
he's
birthday.
feeling better. Obviously,
This is a terrible birthday.
obviously, food poisoning sucks. You
know-
can't really do that much about it. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
I
obviously,
thought it was funny, but
yeah,
Levin came to the conclusion that maybe I hate foreigners,
yeah.
but I realized I love all foreigners except Swedes.
But you laugh when Sora is lying in his bed puking his guts out.
Because I laugh and like I don't know if it's like ironic or like the fact that like he gets to come to America to prove himself
What's
and he
the
gets
term for
food
it?
poisoning.
There's
Like
a
to
term
me,
for
that's
that.
just kind of funny. Like, what are the chances that like
tragedy.
No.
there's a word for it? I think it's that.
Schadenfreude?
Freud.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like being happy over someone
someone's
else's
misery.
pain. Yeah.
It's not quite that.
But
I love when people are miserable.
I have seen you.
I
laugh.
will say.
I have seen you laugh at someone getting an ambulance.
Yeah. Well, Adam's stupid. I won't go into the story, but he deserved being in that ambulance.
Oh my
And if you
God.
asked him, he'd probably agree.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Moving on, Kador and Zane. That was juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a close one. I'm really happy. Like, we got a pretty good Marth Ditto set.
He's gonna be nasty. Like
Yeah.
you can just tell.
That
The
are you
way he's
using your cracked? He's crack card.
He's my crack.
He's
pick.
your crack. He's
Yeah.
my
He's your
crack.
crack.
He's my crack.
It's easy
pick,
when he gave.
Well, no, I thought that like
I've
when I
thought
played
that
him
for a
2
while.
years ago, I thought
Yeah.
that. Like
I
he's
played-
always, if you check, like I have like interviews where like people are like, "Who do you think's gonna be super?" I said Kadoran because like you can tell like mentality wise as well. Like
Yeah, like just talking to him and seeing Kadoran like watch matches and like study, like you can tell. You can tell when someone's like hungry to learn.
yeah,
And I think a lot of people just, I don't know. I think they maybe they think that like top players never had to ask or whatever. Like I'm not sure why some people are very clearly like trying to improve, but just don't do the obvious.
Joey has never once talked to me about Melee.
have I told you about the time that I asked you for advice? This was before you knew me.
What did he tell you?
It was a SmashCon that
What'd
he
he say?
won,
What'd he say?
2015.
Oh yeah, I was warming up for Music King. I
You're
remember.
warming up for
This
Music
is
King?
literally like okay, context. Literally right before Winter Finals. I'm in my own
No,
head.
it wasn't before. Was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't because I was playing Siren right after in like early pools. You were warming up for Mewtwo King like
Oh,
early
okay.
on because you knew you had to play him. But I was like, to be fair, I asked the worst question. I didn't like put any like specifics on
say?
it.
Oh no, yes.
It was just like yeah, it was like
You
an
got
any tips
any
question.
tips?
Yeah,
I hate
that was a
that.
few months in, and then he hit me with the, sorry, I'm preparing for bracket. And I was like, okay, that's fair. And now that I can look, at first I was like, damn.
This reminds me of my Leffen SmashCon story, where some guy, if this guy's watching, he's gonna laugh. Where he came up to me and Leffen, we were like in this little area. We both had pools at the same time, and this poor guy's like, "Yo, Mango, can I get a picture?" And I'm like, "I have pools," but I'm like, "All right, I'll take the picture." He's like, "Oh, Leffen, can I get one too?" Leffen's like, "No, I have pools," and then just walked away.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me. Before. I'm walking around the venue with Leffen.
Leffen just says
Yeah,
no.
someone asked for a
No
picture.
shame.
He asked Leffen, and Leffen was like, "Sorry, just focusing on bracket." Walks away, and the guy stares at me with puppy dog eyes. Like he
You
wasn't
gotta
even-
take him in.
Yeah, like I was like the sloppy seconds. Like he didn't even want to ask me, and he doesn't say anything. I'm just like, yeah. We take the picture.
Tell him what happened at the Laker game.
Oh, yeah, we were waiting. We were waiting after the game. We Uber. Everyone else left, and it was me, Zane, and Noel. And we're just waiting for the Uber, and some guy just comes out from the bar and it's like, "Yo, are you Leffen?" where are you playing? And he starts asking about all
I'm
these
standing
questions.
right there,
Like,
and I make eye contact with him.
Yeah. Zane's standing right next to me. And I'm like, oh, I think he, like, at first I'm like, oh, maybe he's just, Guilty Gear fan. Like, he watched me from Dragon Ball, something like that.
No.
And then he goes, yo, so where's Mango? And I just look back at Zane, and he's like, no.
That always sucks.
It's messed up.
I mean, to be fair, it's happened to me when I'm walking with, like, fighting game players, stuff like that. Sometimes they have no idea who I am. It's so fun to take the picture.
It really like shouldn't matter, but something about it just always
It's
hurts
hilarious.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like this guy really just has no idea.
He doesn't know who I am.
By the way, this is the classic. You're not funny if you think if you've done this. You're literally not funny. When like I'll be standing with Joey, and they'll come up to be like, "Oh my God, Lucky!" And they'll be like, "Hey, can you take the picture?" And I'm like, "No, I will not." I've heard that joke like 280 times in my
That's
life.
just annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time. And then they're like, "You're really not gonna take a picture?" I'm like, "No." And then I walk away. Have fun meeting Joey. Enjoy your J-Bone time.
All right, Pool C.
What did you play? Gio should have won game 1. He's a choker. And then you better played him.
No, he didn't like super choke that game.
He did a terrible forward B to the top and got up air for like 80.
yeah.
It was
I-
a terrible
we
forward
both
B.
watched it at the same
Yeah,
time.
we were playing.
He was doing the like, oh, there's no way I can die for this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take some damage, and then he died for it.
Yeah, then you kind of stomped him. You versus
Yeah.
Magi was like the exact same thing.
First game was the.
They both had,
yeah.
it was like
Bunch of-
similar sets.
Yeah, I think I talked about it with Cody and Pipsqueak that like I come in because I'm not sure of how good I am. I come in like, oh, maybe I'll do shit. Like I'm not like assertive enough, and obviously some of it is I don't have a good read on their habits, but like I play like a little slow and just like take too long to figure things out.
Yeah.
And then I win a game, and I'm like, oh yeah, this it's still Fox, still Falcon. And then I start doing better, but
Wait,
you know-
and then Wizzy lost to Magi, which is
yeah,
pretty big upset.
Ooh,
yeah, that's a pretty
yeah.
big upset. It was 3-2. It's actually terrible. Wait, is it bad for me?
No, if you beat Wizzy, you just win. Flat
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but if I beat everyone, I would always win.
Yeah, so I mean, but if you don't, you're in a 3-way. You're in a depending on Magi Null. So if you lose to Wizzy and Magi beats
Yeah,
Null,
I have a
now you're in tiebreaker.
I get basically it's like good and bad. So if I lose to Wizzy, then I get another shot.
You get another.
At worst,
You control your own destiny.
yeah, at worst
You can just win
it's a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if Magi loses to Null, which is possible, Null is good in that
Yeah,
matchup.
it's probably one of his best matchups.
Then it's not. Well, it's still gonna be a 3-way tie between 2-way tie between me and Wizzy because we're both
Regardless.
2-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I get guaranteed another shot at Wizzy, which is good. Worst case, I lose to Magi in the run back and Wizzy, and I go.
I mean, you're in
third.
a fantastic position.
Yeah. But honestly, like as we said before, like going into the gauntlet, like I don't really think it matters that much. If you're a top player and you feel like you have the chance, like obviously if you play bad, you go to losers. But as long as you make it out through winners, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because
I really don't care where I get put for like the first
It doesn't
round.
matter.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like the
You're gonna have to
second
play,
seats are so good.
You're gonna have to play someone amazing if you win your first round anyway.
Winners quarters is gonna be hard.
Yeah, regardless. Yeah, might be like one of the hardest winners quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Ever.
gonna be like. I mean, if I get out as first, I'll probably play.
You're
Like
gonna
I
play
could play
me.
you.
You play Mango.
I could play.
One of you is gonna play me.
I could
just want you to
play
know.
Ghidorah.
Hbox or Cody.
Yeah.
Like
I'm coming
Yeah.
for both of you. Both of you guys picked on, so fuck both of you on Sunday. Second
that
seed
would-
Mango's
you
coming
know
with
how,
a vengeance.
You know how many times that has happened to me that I've like
It happened
cleaned
at
out
9.
pools
Yeah.
and then I get screwed over in the bracket by
You played
getting the other
Mango a
pools.
lot, right?
I played Mango like 5 times, like winter quarters, and I played Plup.
Yeah. Those are all like grand finals potentials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like Summit is just
It's like that.
yeah.
One little thing goes wrong and you're just playing Zane here instead
Like
of there.
like
It's
Summit is an amazing event. I love Summit. It's like literally my favorite event. But like purely in terms of fairness, you cannot look only at what you placed on the last day and then say, oh, someone got 7th did better than someone who got
Well, no,
9th.
I always use so
Amsa?
I use 2 examples. I use Amsa getting 9th, literally beating me, only losing a Hungry Box, took Zane to game 5, which is already like a great tournament for anybody.
Yeah.
And then I used Cody that one summit where he went 0-5 in pools. He lost like 7 sets that summit and got 3rd.
Then he took a shot like a badass.
You know how many sets I lost that summit? 2.
Yeah.
You know what place I got? 9th.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
That's why I think Summit sometimes like you can't. There's more to the picture than just like
the
what you
winner
see.
always deserves it. I think that's the most important
Yeah.
part. Like if you win or if you
Agreed.
get second, like of
Yeah.
course. But yeah, like
I'm not winning
whatever
this
other
tournament.
place you get. I remember. Yeah, my last summit was also like that. Like I beat Axe and Wissy in pools, and then I lost to Cody and Mang0 and got 9th.
Yeah, so you had the Mango experience.
It's like
You sweep and then lose 2 sets at the
yeah,
wrong time.
and I think that was when Axe was the previous summit winner too.
This was
Yeah.
Summit 9.
Yeah.
Okay,
So Summit
yeah.
8 was the Axe win, I think.
Yeah.
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 Right, so that pool and then what? D went I think pretty straightforward. I do think Tyler
Pip Streak almost beat Cody.
Pip had some. He's 0-2, but it was a very
good.
respectable 0-2.
Yeah.
He's very good.
And then Tyler had.
He dropped the ball versus Cody.
It should at least been game 5.
yeah.
He was
Should have at least been game.
he was
5.
up.
That was maybe the closest pool overall. Tyler
Yeah.
also took a game versus HBox.
Yes. And HBox looked like he was
I'm excited for HBox
In
Cody
form.
tomorrow.
he wasn't
Like I
approaching
said,
recklessly.
HBox
No
been playing
weird drift.
2 to 3 hours a day with Crunch, so
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm a little scared.
A little bit.
It's looking to be a good one, I think. Or in general, like I think so many people could get 9th or 13th.
I
And
mean,
like it would not be a
yeah.
shocker at all. Like you have one off day tomorrow, you go to losers, and then you just get a hard pull.
One of the top like 5 players is gonna get like 7th or 9th, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be like what you expect to be like top 5 in place.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
someone's gonna get doomed because the thing about Melee now from like even just the past few years is like I feel like even today I played bad, so I just lost to SFAT. Maybe a few years ago I could play like that
Yeah.
and like squeeze a win out, but now it's like if you don't play well, you could probably lose
Dude,
to
there's
anybody
so
here.
many
and if they're
sets,
playing hot,
yeah.
like, you're just gonna lose nowadays.
There's so many sets back in the day where you could tell the top player was playing bad, and they still won
Yeah.
3-0. Like,
Exactly.
Like that was just a thing, but that really you can't do that. Like
It's not
you're-
the case anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was playing as Null, and I had that bad mentality where I'm like, oh, I'm up 2-0, I can win, and then like I'm up 2 stocks, like all right, this is in the bag. I was still thinking about like oh, at least I took it 1 set. I can't go 0-7, and then like 2 seconds later I lost the game.
Yeah.
My Yoshi's match versus Ghidorah. He just
Yeah.
wiped my 2 stocks. It was like 10 seconds. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean,
it's terrible.
it's cool though. Like I like that the game is just getting pushed in every way and not just by the very top players,
Yeah.
because that definitely gets boring.
No, every level is getting good.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of credit to Slippy
Mhm.
That's fizzy.
and Fizzy. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what like rank does and more tournaments next year.
Mhm.
Like
Next year's gonna
I
be
think it's gonna be
golden year for
s-
Melee.
Yeah, even more of a step up. I feel like every time we say that though, it just ends up being the worst
I
year.
said that.
Well, we all said that about 2020,
2020.
and it was gonna be.
It was.
Yeah.
But I think long term for Melee, I think COVID was, I think good for us in a
It-
weird way. I think because I think a lot of people got to grow their streams, which is
Mhm.
obviously really cool for everybody who took the time to grind their stream. And then like, I think we all were at home doing nothing. So you can look at the year and a half, whatever, where we had to play Slippy, and I think everyone got 20 times better.
Yeah.
I think if, in a world where COVID doesn't happen and we don't get Slippy, or it's not as like, it just came at the best time, right?
Mhm.
But in
Yeah,
another
yeah.
world, I think it came at a time where no one could leave their house, so we all played. I was playing like 8 hours of Melee every
Mhm.
day.
The hyperbolic time.
So I
chamber
think
thing. Yeah.
like in terms of like, it helped our skill level just get stupid high.
I played so much.
We
yeah.
were playing everybody was playing all the time. It was so
Yeah.
much fun. You're like, oh my god, this feels so good.
I was stuck
Every
in, I was
Thursday
stuck in
we
Europe.
played, that was my tournament.
The what?
Every Thursday that we played.
Yeah, no, it gets so
that's-
sweaty.
That's all I had.
I lose 8 sets in a row. I'd be mad for 3 days. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, do we have anything else to talk about?
No, I think we covered it. I think it was a
Yeah.
good little episode.
Yeah.
Random, considering we had no topics. I think
Oh,
we got there.
we had some talk. Oh, how's your controllers?
My
Oh.
controller's fire.
So I'm not using a Goomwave, like you know.
Oh, you stopped?
Yeah. I'm using a Cardano controller because I
Holy
think
shit.
Is it the noble potentiometers?
the what?
Okay.
The amount of times I've heard people talk about
You
controllers,
say noble?
and I have
Yeah.
no idea what they're talking about. It's like over 100
I
times.
think they're just normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember the Fox Marv summit where you guys complained about Fox Marv?
Left hasn't complained once this
No,
time.
no. I'm just comparing it to. That's been the
Thank
summit
you.
with
Thank
controllers. With controllers, that's been the talk. Is like controllers.
Yeah. So for me, I came in with a beta goon wave,
Yeah.
and that one had like if I pressed left, it would register up tilt, so you couldn't ledge dash with it unless you
Right.
press down.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do up tilts very easily by just like basically not even touching the controller. And then that had a lot of bugs, so I had to swap from it to Goom Wave that then had to be fixed because it was bugged. And now today, just 10 minutes before the podcast, Gooms told me that no, this other change has to be made. So now I have a brand new controller, kind of. I mean, like, it's the same controller, but it's new firmware.
Right.
And maybe there's bugs, maybe there isn't.
I had the new firmware and I was having like some troubles. So I was like, you know what? I've used regular controllers before in tournament, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fine with it. So I just committed to it.
The thing is, for me, I can't do it because I need remaps.
Oh yeah. That's different.
I hope it doesn't bug out because that's very possible.
Yeah.
But
And I made a tweet about this earlier, but shout outs to Violence.
yeah,
Um,
violence helped out all the controller troubles.
Literally everyone here has who's competing has like seen him for help
Yeah.
on
I haven't.
Wednesday and Thursday. You haven't?
My controller's good.
Oh, okay.
I have like controller lottery luck.
Yeah.
My controllers are always just good. Everyone's like going crazy, but I also think 'cause I'm not picky. But I also think I don't go through my controllers as fast.
I go through.
Have you ever
stupid
seen me play
fast.
Melee? I'm so angelic with my controller. That's why my controllers last forever. Everyone else I feel like everyone's shit's always breaking.
I used to death grip. Like it's
Yeah.
so bad. Yeah.
Even now, you can see Zane randomly do this.
Zane with
Like-
a whole body, you could feel the,
The power
power
shield-
shield go through all the way to his shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good about them when I don't throw them.
Wow.
No one's
I
gonna bring
haven't
it up.
tossed a controller in a while.
You
What
know
was
how
last
many?
time?
What's that?
Wait, how many controllers have you ever tossed?
0.
You're 0. I'm at 1.
You
I
tossed?
will never say who did it to me.
I want to know.
You guys,
so
I'll
bad.
tell you
Oh,
later off
okay.
stream. Only if you
Okay.
promise to never leak.
I won't.
Mm.
I won't.
One time I went outside and yeeted my
The
controller.
thing with the
A button went
controllers is
everything
that
went flying.
once you start, it's really hard to stop because it feels so
It
satisfying.
did feel really good after.
Controllers have the perfect weight, and they go into a million bits.
That's so terrible.
They like bounce a weird way. Like
Yeah,
they
they
just
boom,
yeet.
boom. Like it's so.
I've
It's,
seen it so many
Let's find a
times.
broken one for you. You got to throw it.
Yeah.
It's really
No,
fun
I
because
don't
they
wanna
just go.
get that.
It's like skipping a rock.
Yeah.
It's just boom, 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 boom.
I think I've
goes
thrown
flying.
like 4.
Yeah.
4.
I'll probably never throw again.
I've
I'm
actually
one and done.
thrown one of them twice. I think. It
The same
survived it.
one?
Yeah.
Was
What
it
a-
good?
What a trooper. Not good enough. You lost.
No, was it good after?
No. Yeah, it was.
Obviously, it
I
was
just
not.
registered what
I
you
think.
said.
I think that was the one that I threw. Like it was on stream after Big House when I lost to Plub.
Yes.
To mix
That one's a
mix ledge dash.
classic.
Yeah.
And Plub just goes.
Plub
Oh,
makes
so that one
clip.
you were like angry at the controller.
Yeah, because the controller had been bugging all day.
Yeah. That one's understandable.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, but the other one's just rage.
Yeah.
I have a problem. Okay.
I think you're the biggest rager here.
I'm the biggest rage.
I'm
looking
second.
like-
Like,
Zane still.
I mean, I've never punched a wall or anything. Like the only like I've never been aggressive towards anyone else, and there is that level of players that actually get like angry at their opponent, or like, they get like make people uncomfortable because they're too
Yeah.
angry at others, or they
Mhm.
start trash talking the opponent. But I think I'm at the tier where like I'm a rager, and then once I'm done with it, I'm like
Over.
completely fine. Like 20 minutes later, usually.
Mhm.
But there's some people that like will talk about it and salt for like weeks. So I mean, depending on how you rank raging,
Yeah. I'm probably one of the saddest.
I got
saddest
sad when I
losers.
lose.
Yeah.
you become a shell.
Yeah. Oh, you've seen me.
Yeah, I've seen you in bad times when
You
you
know-
lost to Army at SmashCon, and you sat in like he sat in the crowd for a 64 like side event.
It was empty.
and the 64 event had
This is you.
ended like 3 hours ago.
That'd been
Yeah.
a poetic
Sitting
picture.
solo with a bag of popcorn, eating it slowly.
Yeah. Evaluating my life. I didn't even know if I wanted to do Smash full time. Like I just lost to Army. This
Oh.
guy,
I've been there.
he's look. Yeah. He made the rap right after.
I've been there.
Yeah.
All right, wrap it
All
up.
right, we're wrapping up.
All right.
You want to play left?
I was gonna play Zane.
You can
but-
play Zane, and then if it lines up, I'll play it before. I'm
Yeah.
still gonna play another like 3 hours.
Yeah,
All right.
all right.
I have some hate I gotta play out. All right. Well, I think you guys are doing Mafia next.
Yep.
I'll have a sub go to play Mafia. Everyone
Yeah.
go to twitch.tv/mango.
You'll
Not
never see me play Mafia
twitch.tv/laughing.
again.
Why not?
I told you why. You retired me.
Oh, when I read you? I'm in your head, Zane. You better hope SFAT double eliminates me tomorrow. I'm coming for that ass. You better hope. I'm in your head.
No.
Goodbye.
You think about FD all the time.